and welcome. Thanks so much for being here today. I hope you all are doing well. If you're new to my channel, I am Helene here at Cabin Fever Crochet in northeastern Washington State, a yarn happy little getaway and beyond. Well, this is part of a new series, an expedition mission in search of more natural fiber and fiber blends, since Hobby Lobby has discontinued majority of those types of yarns that I really enjoyed working with in the lighter, medium worsted weight, number 3 DK, and so forth. They do have just very small amount left and in limited colorways and quantities. And even though I do my fair share of online shopping, the thing is, no matter what, if you're not familiar with the yarn yourself already, no matter how much I read the reviews, I look at any photos that they have posted of the yarn itself, garments made, patterns, things that other people have posted, it's still always a roll of the dice when it actually comes, because what appears online, even with the listed thickness of the yarn, it can vary so much depending on the fiber content and how it's spun and wound, whether it compresses down, how much it lofts up. And I really do much prefer looking in person, touching, feeling, getting an idea, sense, and then looking at everything else in similar categories, maybe what I can work in together, maybe something else that I didn't think of that I go, oh, that inspires me, or that's going to be perfect for this upcoming project, that kind of thing. So I have been on this mission because from all of your feedback and because of what was clearanced and what looked to me that was not coming back. So I started about a month ago looking, so I thought I would show you today. I stopped into JoAnn, and now we do have local yarn shops around both north and south of us, and south is Spokane in the city there, and the local yarn shops are even farther away than Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and JoAnn. So I don't get to those as often. And so I popped in there after looking online, and I went through every page, every single yarn, looking to see if there was something new, anything that caught my eye. And a few things did. So I popped in, I filmed that, and then I'm going to go over that with you when I was in the store, and then come back here and show you what I got and my ideas for it, and how I'm going to work it into something that I already have. All right, let's roll. After working my way up and down the yarn aisles a couple of times to be sure I didn't miss a thing, at the end cap I came upon one that I was looking for, JoAnn's in-house brand Big Twist Vista. It is a number 1 fine weight cotton blend. Now this may have been around for a little while, but many of us are looking for more natural fibers or blends thereof, so I decided to show it to you anyway. And it is a large cake, 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 705 yards, made in Turkey, 6 colors available. And we, again, here, just as Hobby Lobby, we have a theme going, a very neutral, muted color. So maybe, I don't know, is this the Pantone palette of the year? I'm not sure, but there is a reoccurring theme here. There is a twist to it as far as a marl type of look, and it was quite soft and seemed very nice, and made in Turkey. Next shelf down is the Big Twist Panoramic. Now this is 100% acrylic, but since it was there, I just wanted to show it to you. You see how it has one yarn wrapped around another? It reminded me a little bit of the Lion Brand Ice Cream Cotton Blend yarn, except it's thinner and it's all acrylic, of course, where that had a blend of cotton in it. But it kind of reminded me of that in a way, the way that it is constructed. And as you can see, here we go again with the very muted colors. Now I like heathered colors, and that's what these are to me, with a bit of that marled effect. And these are also large cakes, 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, 456 yards. And although yes, overall soft, as I ran my hand down the strand, I could feel the outer thread that was wrapped around the other. Although with the Lion Brand cotton blend, I could feel that same texture of the yarn that was wrapped around when it was in the skein, but once I worked it up, it was quite nice, and this might act the same way. And now here we are to what was most exciting for me, and the main reason I went in the store so I could see and feel for myself. This is JoAnn's new hand-dyed line in their K+C yarn for knit and crochet. They're premium, higher-end yarn. All come in hanks. There are 3 types in this line, and I will go over each with you. Very well done, beautiful colors. All are 100-gram hanks, 472 yards. Starting at the top of what little 100% cotton they had in the store, full price $9.99 each. It does come in 10 colors. It is soft-ish, but not the softest cotton yarn that I have felt. To me, the Hobby Lobby, I love this cotton, and comparatively the Universal Cotton Supreme, if you're familiar with that, is softer, but could be because the thinner it is, tighter it is, the more you're going to feel the texture, and that could change as it's worked up and after it's washed. Now this one is the cotton blend. It's 94% cotton, 6% Lurex, which is a metallic thread wrapped around the cotton. Comes in 5 colors. You see 4 out of the 5 here. Shown left to right are Tutti Frutti, Unicorn, Ocean, and Periwinkle. Unfortunately to me, the metallic felt quite scratchy. Otherwise, I would have been all over that yarn. Now, I do have sensitive skin, so as a comparison, the Hobby Lobby Sugar Wheel Cotton Metallic also felt scratchy to me, and I didn't use it for that reason. So it's all an individual feel test for you to decide for yourself. And in my opinion, the best for last, it's the Superwash Merino Blend at $12.99. Comes in 5 colors, 4 shown here, left to right, hot pink, acid green, royal, and lavender, and the 5th looks like we are missing the sky blue. Now let's take a little more up close and personal look at this, shall we? It is 75% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, which I'm going to talk about more in a few minutes. It is very soft, beautiful tonal colors. There's the label for you, everything I described. Did I mention it is made in Turkey? And then as I headed to check out, this rack stopped me in my tracks. Unbelievable. I have never seen so many crochet magazines at one time in one place. This covers so many different subjects, themes, levels. It's fantastic. Also many for knitting, quilting, and other crafts. Thank you, JoAnn. Okay, I'm back. So tell me, what did you think about that? I am not a big poly fan, although for me that's not a big percentage, but adding it to Superwash Merino is almost like throwing ketchup on a filet mignon. I would have preferred seeing a natural fiber blend such as bamboo or bamboo from plant fiber pulp such as viscose, or even tencel, which is typically from beech wood, and that gives a really soft hand, adds a bit of a sheen and more of a silky feel. And this is nice, and it goes perfectly with what I'm going to show you. But again, that's the K+C line. And nylon is a form of polyamide, both of which are polymers. I've seen small amounts like this added into really high-end brands and fibers, and that's to create resiliency and bounce and a little bit of smoothness, which is why we see it in sock yarns. So I'm okay with that. Well, sometimes. And this is the color hot pink. I don't know, it doesn't read real hot pink to me. It isn't neon by any means, and it's very tonal, and it has a lot of soft lighter shades in there, and there were 4 altogether, and this one is the lightest of them all. This one has little bits of darker in it, and the other 2 were more in the deeper tones, like right in here. So I got these 2. And I'm going to put the 2 together to make one strand to go with this yarn. Do you recognize? Who is that on the front? Isn't that great? This is from several years ago when Creative Grandma put her creative input, designed a pattern, and I shared her sentiments when she received it. One of the first things she said, "Oh, I thought this was going to have more color and more speckles in it." And I did too. And although I love it, and I've said it before, speckles get me every time. They really, really do. Something about it, I just love them and love how they work up. And you get color without necessarily having something too busy or a self-striping, which maybe isn't always that flattering, or depending on your project, how the colors may land and change. But anyway, it's just, I love all of those that I just mentioned. It's just so different and fun and almost a little whimsical touch to it. And it just happy is the word for it. So this has a pink, kind of almost punch color, a very pretty, very pale lavender, a hint of sunflower, and then going into a bit of more of a marigold color on a cream background. And that's the thing, the cream is so much cream that where I live and what I do around here and where I go, so much of the light is really just not practical. So I thought 2 strands together of the fingering is going to work well into this sport weight yarn, because I did already, when I first reviewed this a few years ago, I caked up one and I did a sample swatch, and the yarn does bloom a little bit and it is just lovely. And I do believe that this has some of the fibers that I just mentioned. Yes, it is 80% superwash, 20% tencel. And so I thought, well, because this is a bit of a blend and this is a bit of a blend, they should work together. And I thought this pink tends to go in well, because see, there are little bits of a pink right in there, lighter pink, and then the darker. I thought that was mid-tone. It is complementing yet slightly contrasting at the same time. I have an idea for a design in my mind. It's just executing it, and sometimes that is what takes me a while to finish a project, getting all the different stitches and the shape and how I want it to look worked out the way that I'm satisfied with it before I bring it to you. And now, you know what? Oh boy, I don't know. Now that I have pulled this out, because I was trying to picture it in my mind's eye when I was in the store, and now that I bring it out, yes, there is that lavender. I thought, yeah, I kind of remember that, kind of a yellowy. So you could see from my clips, they have that beautiful lavender color. And I thought, ooh, how pretty would that be? Maybe a row or two of this tonal, and then going into the little bit lighter in the lavender, and then that more gradiates into the cream. That would be fun. So I will have to take a look at these again, or maybe I'll just call it good with the 2 I have. So it's just to work in just a little bit here and there, and perhaps a border trim. I'm thinking garment, so maybe around the neck, the cuffs, the sleeves, and the band at the bottom. And then that way it will help anything that might rub off a little onto the garment and then attract dirt. You know how white tops tend to get yellow around the neck? That is what I'm totally avoiding. So that was my thought here, and it's a lovely yarn, and as mentioned, it is $12.99 for these. So I thought that was reasonable, and especially with the coupons. Okay, my fiber friends, thank you again for being here. Please come back next time. I have some more fun things lined up, including episode 2 of my yarn exploration, first time order from a company. And then I have another one kind of in the works. Just a matter of deciding what type and how much for a project that I have in mind, and I will bring that to you soon. All right, well, take good care, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye for now. Ooh, how about that sky on the way home? Nothing major developed out of it, but it was very concerning. Spring weather was all over the place. Very unstable atmosphere, off and on all day, a lot of microbursts, wind gusts, snow, sun, rain, hail, rinse and repeat. But I made it home safely, and all's well that ends well.